I'm not going Kearsarge Pass. I'm going to go Robinson Lake. On my way to University Pass, have a look at it, see if I can get over it, see what the state is. See if I can make my way to Mt Stanford. Go have a look in that direction. Straight up to the lake. I like that this trail doesn't lie to you. It just says we're going straight up to the lake. And that's what you do. I don't mind. So I checked my identification website, and this is Sierra Primrose, this one with the little yellow inside and the short little. And what someone pointed out in the comments, rock fringe, was what I was seeing the other day, which is similar but different. More pink and or a little, yeah, slightly different. I think this one's more pink and that one's more purpley. And the rock fringe has almost like pistils sticking out, like a mini flower sticking out from inside it. But these are really nice here today. That's awesome. Hopefully I see some of the rock fringe further up. But yeah, this is the Sierra Primrose. Notoriously loose pass, University Pass up there. I'm curious to see it. I've been up there before. I summited University Peak from that way. I went up the pass and then the backside. It was a while ago, and I heard that during the combination of the heavy winter of 2023 and then Hurricane Hillary that hit, was it the following summer, sort of washed it slick, and people were saying it's not so passable. So I'm curious to see. Little trees getting started. I wonder how old that is. This is Independence Peak up here. So there's the pass up there, all the way at the top on the left. The lake's over here, come around and start working up, across the creek. This is basically the drainage, the whole drainage into Robinson Lake. So we cross the major creek and kind of follow the fall line up and then eventually up the pass at the top. Nice campsites up here, lots of room for friends. Primo camp spot here, right next to the lake. The trail mostly disappears here, but yeah, all you're really doing to get to the pass is coming around this side of the lake, and then you want to cross. You can see the waterfall there. That's the major creek inlet, and basically you just go across above it. Now you're on that side of any sort of moving water, and then follow the line up and into there. Here's the creek. It is possible to cross through the bushes here and go, but I'd rather just avoid the bushes myself, so I'll just stay on the rocks and go that way. There's even a mini cairn here. But yeah, I don't like plowing through bushes, trying to hop rocks and stuff like that. Much rather just go up cleanly around this way. Much easier than going through the bushes. Follow the water. I'll fill up. It's a good break. Filled up a bit of water in my reservoir and drank some water. I'm seeing what looks like fresh prints, so I feel that's good news. I feel like there's been people over the pass. quick check has 2 miles, 1,900 feet of climbing, close to 2 hours. It's really straight up from the trailhead way down there. At 11,000 feet now. Carrying on up, be able to see the pass again once we're up on top of this. In the bowl now. Pretty sure it's the big one on the left there, if I remember correctly now, and that you come up here and then up through those rocks and then across and then up, and it's really kind of steep and slippery there, loose. So basically just try to side hill and keep the elevation and get around that corner and then start going up. I think I'm going to opt to go over instead of around. Side hilling anyway. Came from that side. You could probably remain on that side and get up University Peak that way. Join the chute from the other side here. Anyway, I'm going up this. Okay, coming over actually put me a little high. I'm gonna have to go down to go up. That's my chute or whatever. And then I gotta go down to get to it. Oh well. I think I'm gonna go up that. I need my hands. That's nice. Better than the loose rock. Getting closer to the final chute. Nice views up here. Really fresh looking footprints going up. So that's encouraging that the pass is passable. We'll see. Entering the final chute here. If I recall correctly, this is the easy part of the chute, and then at the top the rocks keep disappearing, and it's just packed and loose gravels and steep. We'll see. I'm gonna dodge right under the snow here and then stay on the rock on that side. Probably could have zigzagged also, but this looked decent. Sky Pilot friends. Really in peak bloom here, it looks so nice. Getting pretty loose there. I'm gonna come around here and stay in the rock. I know the last time that I actually went up and over the pass, I stayed way to the left in the rock there. But whatever, I'll just aim here. Staying in the biggest rocks I can find. Just let loose a whole bunch of rock. You can see all the dust. Wow. Yep. Just staying in the rocks outside of the really sandy chute. Doing okay. There's the top of the pass now. All right, nice. Here's Center Basin, Golden Bear Lake, Center Peak. Whew. And Junction Pass is at the top there. Really, that thing there, you go over. Cool. I'm heading down this way. And then Stanford is right there. I'm coming up and up that somehow. Across here, up that. Gotta cross the river down there. Well, basically noon. It's been kind of practically 4 hours. 3.5 miles, 3,500 feet of climbing, 3,600. It's quite the climb. Yeah, I wonder, distance-wise, it's for sure shorter. But in 4 hours, I know I can get over Kearsarge Pass, down to JMT, and down the switchbacks to Vidette Meadow easy. So, you know, like, I don't think it's actually that much savings. I'm gonna have lunch up here, and then have a look, go down, tuck in here, get a windbreak, get some water boiling here, pull out my lunch. It's a good spot, overlooking the Owens Valley. All right, that's boiling. So this is potato and bean and some dehydrated chicken. That veggie chicken, and a bunch of other things. Nutritional yeast for some extra cheesiness, butter powder, and dehydrated salsa. It's hitting the spot. It's good to have just a big lunch. It'll get me going for like the next part of the day. This was really the first sort of checkpoint, was to get up this pass. And then really to get down to JMT and across the river, that creek there, which may even be Bubs, I forget if it's called Bubs. If it rounds. Yeah, that was a good break spot. It's basically 12:30. I gotta start going. So I gotta come down here and just skirt the edge of Center Peak and cross JMT and basically go up that and try to get to the peak. You can see the creek. You stay on the right hand side of that creek up, and then eventually get to the third class scramble. Say that 3 times quickly. Okay, give it a shot. When I came over this pass, I followed the ridge line up all the way up to the peak of University Peak, and then I followed the ridge down to University Shoulder into the top of Kearsarge Lakes there and around and out Kearsarge Pass. It was a fun loop. I have a video of it. I'll put it in the related videos. Quite steep and loose. I'm mostly butt scooting. I don't know how much steeper and looser it gets. I'm going to mostly try to stay in this rocky stuff that's just too loose. Zigzagging my way through this instead of going down the steep. There you can see how steep it is like that. It's 50, 55, maybe 60. So yeah, you just start going too quick. Got my gloves on and my helmet on. I've got them with me, might as well. So yeah, I'm just butt scooting my way. We'll see what that final chute down there is like. That started sliding after I passed. So yeah, really got to watch and listen. Continuing to zigzag next to the trough. Looks like I'm going to have to get into it soon though. My concern in the trough is just 1, uncontrolled sliding, and 2, letting loose stuff that just starts getting stuff behind me sliding. So I'd rather avoid that as long as possible. I've come a good way though, so I am happy with my progress. Hopefully that final tight chute at the bottom is passable. I don't know. I think I might need to get into it now. Yep, I have to get into it now. If I remain up there, I'll get cliffed out. So go in now and just really, really butt scoot. Slowly butt scooting down each little section. This next one looks kind of questionable. Maybe I can get across into that rock and over and down. I think I'm going to try that. I've opted to stay in it instead of coming around those rocks because it looked about the same. I'm just going sort of zigzag, one little step at a time and letting things settle. Going on the rocks on the left there probably would have been a lot more straightforward. This is kind of gravel skiing. See what I'm looking at here. Yeah, it looks like you come this way and go down. Whoo-wee. That was all quite steep and loose. Still sliding. These rocks stuck in here like a chalk stone was kind of the crux for me. I made it down, but I had to turn around and come backwards. But yeah, it looks like it would be easy to come around that way also. Whew, okay, now I gotta just keep making my way down. Looks like that's the end of this kind of chalk stone area over that rock. And then yeah, it's still loose, but not as steep. Famous last words. But yeah, getting there. Fun to take this pass, but I think the trail going all the way around the long way for me is about the same amount of time, really. Find out when I get to the bottom here. What a mess. Good to be out of there. It's 1:20. That was basically like 50, 55. It'll be an hour by the time I get there. So it's like 4 hours up. It's already 5 hours. Oh, I took a 20-minute break up top, yeah. But yeah, 4 hours up, an hour down. 5 hours. Yeah, to me, going around is just easy. I'll do that. Going back, I'll come around. So looking at my route here, I'm going to just cut across here and try to stay over that and make sure I don't go down into the woods kind of thing. Try to stay high and cut across and get up into that. But gotta still get down off this. All right, I feel like I'm out of the pass now. Get my line up, basically straight. So it was basically an hour to get down. 11,200 feet. So yeah, it was about 4 hours to get up from the trailhead up to the top of the pass and an hour to get down, so like 5 hours. So I'm gonna for sure go back the trailway, not go back this way, University Pass. And I'm gonna see what time it is when I actually get to like JMT. And then when I return there tomorrow, I'm gonna time myself returning to Kearsarge Pass trailhead on the trail and see if it takes less. Might take me close to, hopefully, I don't know, 40, 45 minutes to get to JMT. It's a little further than it looks, and I gotta do a bit of the woods. Lake's looking pretty. Yuck. Here's the Center Basin trail right here. You can barely see it because it's not much of a trail. It goes off that way. It comes from down at JMT. I'm just kind of shortcutting across to JMT. All right. Crossing Bubbs Creek. Never really stopped and thought about that Bubbs Creek originates in Center Basin and then goes down and turns to exit to the west. Huh. Nice spot. Whew, I could handle a sit down for a bit. Man, it's been a journey already. Trying to stay on the edge of these rocks, skirt the bushes, go meet up with JMT and cross it. It's gonna be straight through the bushes for a while. Just go across this, cross JMT, cross the creeks there, and then start the real climb, getting closer. Consider once I'm across JMT and the creek, that's really my next like real checkpoint. That's what I gotta go up, that chute. And then cut to the right and go up the ridge to the top of Stanford. But I gotta get over there first. Cross JMT, cross all the creeks. There's Forester Pass and Forester Pass Peak West, and the one next to it is Ski Mountaineers Pass, and there's Junction Peak. Gonna be coming across JMT pretty soon, and then carrying with it south a very short while before crossing over. Okay, John Muir, I presume. World famous John Muir Trail. It's northbound. And these are the Kearsarge pinnacles, and he steps up between them. But I'm gonna take it south a bit and then cross the creeks and start the real climb. But yeah, I'm gonna take a marking here. This was 5.4 miles basically from Kearsarge Pass, and it took me 6 hours, 20 minutes. So when I come back and I get to this point, I'll check my map and then see how long it takes me and how many miles it is. It's a lot more miles. It's probably about 12 at least. I'm gonna say maybe more, maybe closer to 15. So certainly a lot more than 5. But I think it'd take the same amount of time just going around. Even though you have to go up the big step here and then also over Kearsarge Pass, it'll be better than that. Time-wise. Yeah, I don't think University Pass is really any faster of an option now that it's quite so wrecked. I'm gonna bail off of JMT here and start cutting across. So I can just kind of hold this contour as much as possible. Seem good enough. Oops. No, it's good. Ooh, nice pool here. Loads of fish. This water's so clear. Filled up my reservoir for the rest of the trip, tonight and tomorrow morning at least. I've got my handheld full here for a while. Enjoy some cold water. Alright, it's 3 p.m. basically. Gone 6.4 miles, 4,000 feet of climbing, and really basically 7 hours. It's been 7 hours. Basically at about 11,000 feet now. I forget how tall this mountain is. 13 something or another. So I got a ways to go. I believe it just sort of scoots up multiple ways. Nice place to grab a sit down for a moment. Oh. Yeah, it's gonna be straight up now for a while. Till the summit. It's University Peak over there. And Center Peak right here. We came around it. University Pass is behind there. That horrible thing right there. Horrible. I can't believe I came down that. Yeah, I'm not going up that. There's some of that great red paintbrush I was seeing so much of the other day. Come pretty high up from the basin already. Actually, I guess it's up here. All right, I have a better understanding now. It is up through there. I'll take a break in the shade up there. Make some distance first. It's cool to hear the creek underneath here. Too bad I can't access it. Glad I filled up my water. It broke open down there a little bit. Just pops out of the rocks there. But here you just hear it. You can't see it. Okay, I'm gonna stay on this side then. Nice here in the shade with the breeze. There's birds singing up there too. Can hear the creek under the rock. So pleasant. There you are. Okay, I was able to reach in here and get some water. I have water, but I just figured I'd get some more. Why not? Woo! I'm all crouched up in here. That was awesome. I just heard it and I noticed it. I figured, why not? That's cool. Hummingbird just flew by. Enjoying some shade here. Mixed up my berry drink. It's 3 berries dehydrated, blackberry, raspberry, strawberry, or blueberry, and I add monk fruit sweetener and maltodextrin for energy, and I did also add a multi-electrolyte pill. I decided this trip I'd put them. I usually don't do like those electrolyte mix drinks. I just generally eat salty enough foods, but I figured I'd have like a refresher drink this trip. I'm enjoying University Peak over there. It's just an amazing mountain. I'm glad I've gone up it. I want to go up it again. Ooh, there's some also. So I believe that's Stanford Junior. This is a beautiful bowl up here. There's a lake here. You can see the outlet. I just gotta walk the outlet a bit. It's too nice. Look at this. Wow. A long way to the ridge. I'm gonna follow this little gully up and around to the left and then around to the right behind it, and then I'll start to gain the ridge. It's 4:20 p.m. moving along well. Take a little break here, nestle into the rocks out of the wind here. Just a quick safety meeting, discussing all the safety measures that we'll need so we can carry on. Just joking. Yeah. Actually, I already have my helmet on. But yeah, up and around the corner, and then we start going up. We'll find out when I get around this. Well, here's Stanford now. Somehow the route comes up this way. Gregory's Monument South is kind of behind it and over there. And yeah, Forster Pass Peak West would be that. And this looks like a mountain, but I think it just looks like a mountain from under here. It's really just the Kings Canyon divide. I'm gonna go straight up and around on this shelf instead of going around. I'll meet up at the same place. I just kind of feel like doing it. A lot of water coming down here. That's nice to see. tempted to just come up here and go up because I'll meet up with the route. Feeling good, I have good energy. It's going to be a lot more straight up compared to kind of taking that. But you can see it does go, and it's going to take me to the same place. I don't know what it is, but I am just more drawn to go up this slope than to go around and up. I'll meet up with the normal route anyway this way. I just feel like it. So yeah, I'm gonna go for it. Going up this side continues to accommodate me. Good rock to step on to avoid any of the loose gravels and talus. It's pretty steep, but I like it. It's just more direct, like I said, than staying way down there and going all the way around the backside and coming up. This just looked really inviting for some reason, and it's been accommodating. I'm gonna grab a seat here, finish off my juice, and put on my scrambling gloves, the work gloves. This looks nice. Grab a little seat here. Oh man, really? What a day so far, holy crap. You can see University Pass over there. How horrible. That tarn over there is so clear, so blue. Got a ways to go. It's a good break spot. Ooh, there's some sky pilot. Ooh. Got myself into a little bit of a pickle by coming around this side. Here, I'll show you. I'm cliffed out on that side, so I have to go up this ridge, which is a little more pointy than I prefer. So I'll keep going, see if I can make it. Otherwise, I'm going to go down and around there. looking. If it works, it works. I don't know if this is getting me where I want to go, but it's getting me somewhere. So I'll keep going. It's been fun regardless. Whew. Keep going up this way. Just trying to stay out of exposure and kind of really on the ridge as much as possible because it offers rock protection. All right, well, still making progress. Not sure if this gets me anywhere good or if I get cliffed out again before I can finally join the normal route. All right, so that's what's on this side of this thing. I think what I'm going to do, I've had my fun, that was cool. I'm just going to go down here and join the traditional route. I could maybe try to do that and get to it, but I'm not in the mood, so I'm just going to go down quick and get over there and join the more traditional route so I can try to get up this mountain. Came from that. It's actually not too far of a down climb. Foot traffic come over here. I'll have a look. Worth having a peek. Huh. I think this is good enough. I can get around through here. It's been okay. Seeing the foot traffic makes me think maybe people come this way. Unless people just sort of, I don't know, freestyle it. Looks like I can get around to the chute. Oh, getting there. I'm just still trying to get across to the chute, which I think I'm getting close to. These are all false friends. They cliff you out. Okay, this goes much higher and I might have been cliffed out. Lower I might have been also. It looked good on the topo. Yeah, see, down there. So there is the actual chute here. Soon, still got a ways to get to it. And that's where like the real climb starts. For all the beta that I've studied of this mountain, well, I mean, mostly things are as they seem, but as always, the scale, the distances, the proportions between things, you really don't know until you get here. So this is it. This is the chute. Just work my way up. pretty straightforward so far. A lot of these zigzagging ramps. Lots of rock option, but the ramp is actually easier and it's not loose. The ramps. It's all the same. Actually, that was better. Oh, here now. Pretty. I've just been zigzagging across the face of this because there's lots of options to do so. Try to get up at the lowest spot. Getting somewhere. I'm not sure. Maybe that. I think for me it's this way. Staying protected in the rock. We'll see. I think it's passable for me. Huh. Yeah, now I gotta go back and zigzag. Huh. I don't feel like trying the helmet cam. It's just too much work. But yeah, I kind of got stuck here. I tried a few places and it felt too exposed, but then this worked. So now I got to decide if I keep going that or maybe this, but it doesn't look like it's good, but it might be. All right. Oh, nice. Getting somewhere, a long way to go still though. I'll try that way. Looks like there's possibilities there also, but I'll try the more obvious chute first. Hopefully that's the primary ordinary route. I'm seeing scuff marks from foot traffic. Okay, coming up this chute. So far, so good. Nice to see some plant friends. Makes it all a little more inviting. Some sky pilots grading at the notch here. Okay, let's see where I am. Pretty impressive down that side. There is another chute. So, Gregory's Monument, I think. And then Gregory's Monument South. It's apparently quite a spicy traverse. I'm not entirely sure. Have a look. Quite the chute there. Ooh, pretty awesome looking. Wow, yeah, so there's Tabletop and Milestone midway between them. Oh, wow, and the Kauai's way over there. Is this Milestone Basin? Wow, amazing if it is. So does this go down into that? Anyway, I gotta look at a map. In any case, I want to get to the summit. So basically it's something like this, and the summit's up there. So try to figure it out. Whew. Coming up. Kind of a mix. Solid rock and stuff that's just sort of fallen and semi-locked. Lots of flowers keeping us company, keeping me company here. Kind of just keep jungle gymming up. It's nice. You stay protected in rock. So far, no exposure. All right, I gotta use all my hands. Maybe not. Not bad. I just kind of keep going up the cracks and crevices. Whew. Getting closer. I know this peak is like traditional kind of peak, a summit. So I'm trying to figure out where I'm going to bivy. I'll see when I get up there, but this rock is kind of nice. So yeah, I'm just starting to take note of anything that looks like a decent possibility. Otherwise, it'll be an open bivy, just kind of sitting tucked in the rocks and nap, which is fine. That's fun. I like that too. All right, let's get up. Gotta be close now. Jeez. It's kind of been going forever. Okay, there we go. That rock looks bivyable. In any case, there's lots of places to tuck in to get shelter. But yeah, I want to get to this peak wherever it is. Let's get over this and have a look. See where I am. Oh, kind of near the peak. Wow. I mean, but seriously, the views. This summit is just in the middle of everything. It's awesome. Well, let's get right up. Is this the summit register? That's an interesting one. Oh, wow. This is it. This is the summit. Wow. This is a cool peak. Holy cow. I knew this was going to be good. I've been saving this. I've been wanting to come up this mountain. It just sits right in the middle of everything. It's so cool. Wow. Here's the Kings Kern Divide right here. Not Kings, what am I saying? My bad. Seki Kings Divide. It kind of is the Kings Kern Divide also, right? The Kern goes that way and Kings goes this way. Sequoia's on that side. Kings Canyon's on this side. Wow. Oh man. It's Mount Keith right there. Pretty amazing. Bradley. Am I pointing correct? Keith, Bradley, University Peak. What an awesome mountain. My goodness, look at everything over there. It's incredible. I'm going to have to zoom in. Oh, this is so awesome. I'm talking too much. I'll do a silent 360. Sorry. Holy crap. Down, look into these lake basins. Cool. So there's Erickson. I've come up here before and gone down some pass. Harrison Pass. It's one of these ones here. It really sucked. I bumped into a couple rangers. One of them was Lacey, the woman who follows the bighorn sheep around. And she had just come up Erickson Pass, and she was like, you should go up down Erickson Pass. And I was like, no, I want to go down Harrison Pass. Always listen to the rangers. And then these lakes go down, and it hits between Lake Reflection and East Lake. And so it's hard to recognize it from this angle, but Brewer's right over here somewhere. Southgard, Brewer, Northgard, and Farquhar. Francis Farquhar. Yeah, cool. I pointed out before Table Mountain and Milestone, that slab sticking straight up. Oh, this is too cool. Okay, I'll be quiet and my goodness, this is so awesome. This is just too cool. This is the coolest summit I've ever been on in the Sierra, I think. Wow, like, are you kidding me? This is so amazing. Yeah, there's Center Peak, and you can see the cool ridge. Oh, wow. So we're on the same, so East Vidette's down there. Might be poking through right there. Right there, poking through. Cool, yeah, we're on the ridge, that of East Vidette that splits these two. So cool. Okay, wow, 3 minutes. I gotta turn this off. Now let's look down. Oh, cool. There's a flake here, vertical. There's one over there. along the ridge of after Center Peak along the ridge, and you see it. It's really cool. I can't see it from here. I forget exactly where it is, but whatever. Oh, this is cool. I had a really good sunset and sunrise on Center Peak, and I had an amazing sunset and sunrise on East Vidette. I slept on Harrison Pass before, right at the top there. Lake South America is down around the corner. And yeah, so that would be Caltech Peak right there. That's cool. Caltech Peak is fun. I like that. It's a really fun ridge scramble. So I suppose, I mean, I think this is Gregory's Monument, and you can just walk up from the other side, but to get to here from there is like a pretty significant climb. And then Gregory's Monument South, I think, is that there. It's pretty cool. Yeah, this is amazing. Yeah, I do want to go over into Milestone Basin sometime. I'd like to try to get up Milestone also. The Kauias look awesome way over there. Yeah, Brewer doesn't have its, normal shape right now. You can't really tell. But if I had to say, oh man, like I think that's Francis Farquhar. I think that's Northgard. I think that's Brewer, and I think Southgard's over here. Yeah. It's just hard to see right now with the haze. In the morning with the sun facing, it'll be easier to see. Oh, this is too cool up here. I am so excited. Oh my goodness, I am so excited. This is amazing. Who was it? Someone said that Mount Sill has the best view in the Sierra. I have never been up Mount Sill, so I'll have to see. But I had the feeling this would be amazing because this is right, there's lots in this direction. There's lots, the whole Eastern Crest in this direction. There's everything north. And then there's the Seki Divide here, the Kings Canyon, whatever it is. Pardon me, Sequoia and Kings Canyon Divide here. So it's just like everything is so scenic. And oh my goodness, it is just, I knew this was going to be good. I just, you can't, I've been staring at this mountain for years and just thinking that, like, oh my God, it's right in the middle of everything I want to be up there. This is cool. So yeah, it's cool to see Brewer. I'll wave at myself, my past self over there. Erickson's quite awesome. I think the summit is out of my league for Erickson, but I could go up it sometime. Okay, I'll zoom in. There's Tyndall over there with the cool swoop. And you can see the diagonal going diagonal down to the left there. That's what I climbed up last week. That sort of furl in the slab. Whoa. There's Williamson right across from it. I haven't been up Williamson, and I'll be honest, it's just because it's just not attractive to me. It doesn't call to me. Like, I'll go up sometime because, whatever, it's a 14er and all that. And it's kind of pretty from this side, but I don't know. Mountains like Tyndall, wow, like it's just so cool looking. It just drew me. I wanted to go up there. Whitney, whatever, it's just big, and it's got a trail all the way to the top, so you can go any season. So that's always nice. So yeah, there's Whitney back there. Yeah, there's Cirque Peak back there. I think, unless that's Langley. Yeah, that would be Langley. What am I talking about? So that could be Cirque behind it. Ooh, tricky. Yeah, Cirque would be over there, and I could be seeing, no, I don't know. I don't think I can see Olancha all the way from here, but maybe it is peeking out. Anyway. So yeah, I mean, that's Whitney over there, the big one. The big one's Whitney. Can we see Mount Mayer there? That might be Mount Mayer, the little notch sticking up there. Nubule. And cool, the little double peak over there is Russell. Is this Morganson in front of it? I'm unsure. But yeah, the little double one back there is Russell. It's a 14er, but it looks so small next to Whitney, right? Yeah, Tyndall. Come on. Tyndall's amazing looking. I think I've been here about 15, 20 minutes. So I probably got here about 7:25. It's 8.14 miles, 7,200 feet of climbing, 11 hours, 20 minutes. I was kind of taking my time. Wow. Yeah. Yeah, I'll try to remember that 11 hours, 20 minutes. So, and I think I made a note like when I hit JMT down there. So same thing. I am going to go the long way back, take the trail all the way around, which is way farther, but I think it's still going to be faster than going over University Pass. Come on. That was ridiculous. Oh, not that University Pass, sorry. You know, I'm just going to make myself comfortable right here on the summit. I don't want to like go down anywhere and be like not have 360 views. That's kind of nice. But yeah, honestly, right here is good enough. There's enough space here to stretch out. It's actually kind of flat. There's a bunch of rocks kind of here, probably from people sitting. And yeah, it's kind of good enough. It's enough, just enough space. So yeah, I'll do that. There's the shadow of Mount Stanford on the atmosphere there. Mount Keith is lit up. Bradley. University Peak, just catching the tip. And the flake here. Look at those colors. Little bit of light on Williamson and Tyndall. Touching the up and glow. It's still warm too. Nice. Last little bit. Okay, I'm gonna tuck in and make some food. Good spot here. Woo! Have a look at this summit register. Looks like this was placed 8/5/2021 by Rick McLennar, can't tell, sorry, and Brian Young. Thanks, guys. Cool. So it looks like the last person here was yesterday, 7/8. It's 7/9 today. Chris Cloyd. Hey, Chris, how you doing? He came, cool, from Gregory's Monument. Good job. That's over that ridge. Good job, buddy. Way to go. The last person before him was 9/24. Seems unlikely that no one came up in 2025. So maybe they just didn't find this, or maybe there's even another one. I don't know. I think people would have come up in 2025. Cool. Nice. I'm going to get some dinner on the go here before it's too dark. Right. Dinner on the go here. Okay. This is ramen for dinner plus lots of extras. Boiled up another cup here. Make some hot chocolate. Stirring it up quick here and I'll cover it. And yeah, nice. I think that's Fresno over there. This is delicious. This was couscous, actually. I thought it was ramen. I had ground up my dinners so I'd have the option to shake it up if I didn't feel like boiling water. But I was in the mood to boil water. I found this nice nook here, right up next to my bivy. Oh, yeah, it's good. It's couscous with just tons of extras. And I got my hot chocolate waiting on deck here. I really should put the cozy on it. Oh, that was awesome. Wow, I devoured that. That was delicious. Still using this bag, the risotto bag, because I forgot to bring a Mylar bag for this trip, for these trips. So I just bought, when I got to Lone Pine, the cheapest thing I could find. So it's been working so far and so good. Just got to get breakfast tomorrow. Cool. I'm going to drink my hot chocolate and then look around, enjoy the stars. The Milky Way's out. The phone camera doesn't pick it up. And then try to get a couple pictures, figure out what some of the sky shine is from some of these cities. What direction it's coming from. The camera doesn't pick up the views, but I see a nice mountain silhouette horizon and amazing stars. And the Milky Way's coming out. That's cool. It's nice. Drinking the hot chocolate. Okay, got my down booties on and my down balaclava. Got my cache of my stuff there. My shoes upside down, my boots upside down. And yeah, my helmet, my Bluetooth thermometer. Cool. And I'm all bivvied up here. I'll hop in. Nice spot. Wind is there's not a lot of wind. It's supposed to die down to practically nothing by morning. Hopefully there's no dew. It's supposed to be quite dry, drier than when I was on Mount Irvine recently. Cool. All right. Probably can't see the city lights over there. There is one planted out. Okay, night. Morning. Nice tucked in up here. I slept great. Man, I was tired. Getting some horizon color already, quite bright.
It's like 5 a.m. This was an awesome spot. It was very unlikely. It didn't look like it was going to work, but it just was very comfortable. It sort of goes like this. So my feet kind of had this thing like this, and my back had this nice rest. It was like a lazy boy. I knocked right out for a good number of hours as soon as I laid down. Oh, I love the color first thing in the morning. It's awesome. There's Mount Brewer that I went up a little while ago, recently. And the shoulder that I walked right up, you can see the ramp. It's awesome. What an incredible mountain. Whitney over there with Russell peeking out. There's Tyndall with its cool spike. Williamson. Nice horizon color here. There's Mount Keith. Looks like the sun's gonna rise right behind Bradley over there. Right there. That's cool. And there's University Peak. It's quite something. Here's the flake right on next to us on the ridge. Looking north, Palisades, everything. Back to Brewer. Delicious color. This is a good spot. This is nice. Quite the peak, I gotta say. Quite the summit. This was a good one. Just views in every direction. It just goes down. It's nice. Alright, I'll try not to spin so fast. I think this rock I'm standing on is tipping. Look at that color, it's delicious. Oh, we got some alpenglow. Nice. Oh. There's the shadow of Mount Stanford on the atmosphere. That's really the view right there. That's awesome. It's 5:46. This is a great sunrise. Amazing views up here, just spectacular. Oof. I could record forever. There's only so much space on the phone. I think I'm gonna wait out the cold morning winds and hop back in my Bivy for a little while, then have breakfast, and then head down. I've been standing on this rock. It moves a little. That's the worst. Look at it. Sheesh. Whew. Freaks me out. Look at this color. Yeah, I just can't stop. Yeah, there's something else. Okay, I tuck in, warm up a bit. There's the shadow. Mount Stanford right behind there. It really does look amazing. Brewer and Northgard, Francis Farquhar, they just stand out from everywhere. It's such a cool lineup. Amazing mountain. I'm so glad I finally went up it. Hop back in the Bivy for a bit. Oh. It's amazing. It really drops everywhere. The wind's slowing down, but it'll go away in a moment. So I'm gonna warm up a bit and then eat breakfast. All right, I'm all packed up. I decided not to. The wind died, and I decided to just pack up. And I'm not in the mood for breakfast yet. I'm gonna get down the steep bit, and I'll have breakfast down there. Got to figure out my way back down. That's a long time ago now. Alright, bye Summit.
slowly making my way back. It's like a puzzle in reverse. I'm not going to record much. Okay, there's the notch. Pretty sure I weaved down to that. Just some nice sky pilots. So light in the mood. Yeah, I think I just keep going down. Both hands. Maybe not. So many sky pilots. It's really nice to see. I like it. Okay. And just keep going. Slowly. One little bit at a time. Cool. So I get down to the notch next. Alright, I'm back at this notch. There's that cool view there. I think I'm going to take off my wind layers so they don't get all scraped up by rock. So yeah, I came up this way. But it looks like there's option also to go around this. But yeah, I'm going to take off my layers. Okay, changed some. So my more delicate layers don't get all sliced up by these rocks. Okay, so you remember it's not too bad. And then it was somewhere around the middle is where I got stuck coming up and had a bit of trouble. So I expect I'll have trouble going down. Hopefully I can see a better way though. It's all the same. Okay, this is scary. I don't think I came up this. I came down it though. I think I must have gone that way. But there was something there that I just did not feel comfortable going down. Okay, keep weaving my way. There's another tricky bit further down. Oh. Okay, I think I might be down the second crux. At least the second crux for me, I remember, was this. I had a hard time finding a way that didn't feel too exposed, but it was easier coming down. So hopefully that was it. I feel like I can see a way all the way down, but we'll see. Okay, here's the chute that I came up into and down and over yesterday. That cliffs out, so you kind of have to swing around this way anyway. So yeah, here I am. Huh. Almost down. Just gonna go like that. That was a lot of fun. It was a little, some class 4 moves, but I'm sure there's ways around it. This is a class 3 peak. I think anytime I ended up hanging somewhere with all my limbs with some exposure that I wasn't happy about, there probably was a simpler way to go. I just didn't see it. But fun, very fun. Okay, getting there. I really didn't record much of climbing down. Even yesterday climbing up, I just wasn't in the mood to bother putting my phone on my helmet. I do have a helmet mount now, but it's like you have to stop and put the phone on it and then leave the phone running and stop it at some point. It's just not for me. I'm just out here having fun. I'm not a YouTuber, really. It's scary when rocks fall behind you. You don't want it hitting your foot. Yep, just keep going. This mountain is very loose, really. There is some good rock, but there's also lots of unstable rock. I don't know. I thought this mountain had a reputation for being like spectacular rock, best class 3 scramble in the Sierra. This was spectacular, make no mistake, this was amazing. I would come and do this again anytime. It was a very fun climb up and down. Incredible views. What a summit. Incredible. Like possibly the best, maybe my favorite, period. But as far as, the actual kind of climb, when I think of like really good rock, third class ridge scramble, I think of Mount Irvine and Caltech Peak. And so that's kind of my litmus, or what I compare things to. So this was awesome. It was nice. It was really cool, but it was also like a lot of loose, unstable rock. But yeah, really fun up at the top there. This was cool. But yeah, basically off the mountain now. I'm gonna make some progress around back to like that lake where the outlet was, and then take a break and have breakfast there, I think. Celebrate. But I might take a layer off early or just kind of walk slow till I get there, so I don't sweat too much. But I think I'll take my layers off down. Okay, I'm officially off this mountain. Wow. Yeah, the summit's like behind there. It's so funny coming up. You're like, where's the summit? This is amazing. What an amazing place. What an amazing place in here in this bowl here. Wow. Look at this. Look what's going on here. Amazing. All there. Huge. Okay, I'm going to take off my remaining upper layers. Feels good to just be off the mountain. That was so much fun. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I want to go back and maybe try that route when I went up that side and see if I can figure that out. I want to look around online, see what that route is. Obviously, people take it. It looks doable. Look at this moraine. Right? That's what it is. All the boulder. This has been carved and dumped by glacier. Is that how it works? A bit of air moving around now. Feels nice. I still haven't taken off my upper layers. Looking forward to it, but the movement is just compelling. I don't feel like stopping. Diagonaling down these slabs is fun. Whew. Cool. I'll meet up with that water outlet that I saw yesterday around the corner. Time for a little drying off party. Celebrate being off the mountain. Whew. This blew my mind. Wow. Get some water boiling. Got my wind fortress here. Be a good breakfast with a view. I'm stopped here anyway, having my drying out party, so yeah, might as well have my breakfast also. Dry my socks off too. Alright. Oatmeal, dehydrated banana, dehydrated 3-berry mix, protein powder, butter powder, multivitamin. Probably more things that I forget. Gonna make some coffee here with the leftover hot water. Okay, put 2 big scoops so it'll be extra strong. Let that sit there for a bit. Same with my breakfast. Flip my clothes over. They can do the other side. And my dry out party. I've consolidated my drying off party. Got some layers on. Drinking my coffee. Having my oatmeal. It's awesome. For my oatmeal, I mix in chia flax hemp seeds. And then, yeah, for extra protein and fat. And then butter powder for extra protein and fat. And a dehydrated banana. And this time, dehydrated berry mix also. So, what was it? Blackberries, raspberries, blueberries. And I put lots, so it's really fruity. Which is good if I shake it up. Especially if, it's awesome no matter what, but when you shake it up into a smoothie, if there's fruits in there, it's just really, really extra palatable and, enjoyable. So yeah, this is really berry-licious. Finish my coffee, pack everything up, and then wander out. reach JMT, and then I'm going to take JMT to Kearsarge Pass Trail to exit. I'm not going to go over University Pass again. And I'm going to time it when I get to JMT and see it, because I'll check the video. I think I said it was 6 hours. I'll double check because I took a video and I said, like, here's the distance and here's the time. So I'll see how long it takes me to get back to the trailhead going on the trail instead. This is awesome, though. I'm overly chatty this trip because that mountain just blew my mind. Holy crap. This weather is incredible. This is June weather. It's bizarre. It's crisp. It's dry as a bone. Like, I think it was like 12 to 16% humidity. It's awesome. Like, this is June weather. This is like, I'm in the Sierra in June as much as possible because it's crisp, it's dry. You know what I mean? Look at the sky. All day yesterday was nothing but blue. There was no cloud buildup all day, no pressure, no stress. I mean, I'm here on purpose because of that weather forecast, and today's the same. Like, we're already like over a week into July, and this is June weather. And what's weird is in June, I was getting days, multiple days. I documented it. You could see on my videos where there was cloud buildup, and I was like, what's going on? This feels like July. So yeah, weird. I'm taking it. This is wonderful. Better than the usual humid and thunderstorm and buggy. I mean, it'll happen later in July at some point, but blue bird, like, just feels like no pressure, no stress. This is what I love. This is like the perfect times in the Sierra when you're just above tree line and it's crisp, not too hot, not too cold, and dry as a bone, and there's zero weather pressure for literally the entire day. I could sit here until tomorrow. You know, there's just no stress. Okay, sorry. I think the coffee is kicking in. All right, that was a great break. I ended up just staying. I was just going to stop and change layers, but I ended up staying and drying everything out and eating breakfast and everything, so that was great. There was just so much furniture, I just couldn't, pass it up. All right, cool. I'm going to carry on, and next sort of leg of this journey is basically getting down and across and connecting with JMT. And that's when things change again. I gotta follow this out. I could cross over to that side, but I think I can get around to the other side of this and carry it around a little easier. And hopefully it'd be more slabby and not crumbly rock. Let's see. Looks like this goes down here, and then hopefully I can get around that and find my way down. So the question is if I can get around this without getting cliffed out. So that I can continue and then join. I might have to go up and around. I'll have a look. I think I can get over here. So I'm going to do that instead of going down into this. I'll try. Looks like it goes. I can go without getting cliffed out. We'll see. Hopefully I can just kind of keep going up, or maybe even step down there. That looks uncomfortable. I think I'm gonna go up and over. Yeah, I've been staying in the slab on this side instead of the jumble on that side. Someone correct me if I'm wrong. This whole thing is a moraine, correct? The yard sale of rock that's left over after a glacier recedes. That's a moraine. Correct me if I'm wrong, thanks. Could just be natural erosion for the, the top of that water basin or something, but I don't know, looks a little bigger than that. Okay, yeah, I can get down now. So let's have a look here. There's our mountain up here. I think that's the peak, and then that's that flake I kept taking pictures of. Maybe, I don't know. But let's just say maybe that's the case. Still hard to say. In any case, I came down all the way around this, and the routes that I'd been studying went up and down around this. When I got here yesterday, I was looking up and I was like, well, maybe I can just go over and meet up with where that goes, right? I stuck too close to this ridge and kind of got cliffed out by that. I actually made it over like a whole bunch of these. I was kind of proud of myself. But yeah, you can see if you go on this, see it here now. If you're along here, you're going to get stuck and cliffed out by that. There's probably some way, but like I couldn't. So I, at some point there, flopped over, and that's basically the slope. That's basically the slope anyway on the other side of that you go up to the peak. Steep slope, but whatever. So it looks like, I think, maybe not. Maybe it's too big in there. Because it really looks like you could go, and from the top it looks like you could go. Maybe that chute, you know what I mean, all the way down is okay, and all you have to do is get to it, and once you're inside, it's okay. But even then, whoops. And then maybe you go up the chute halfway to get around that tall stuff, and then get up this stuff. I don't know. But it goes. It really, it's not too bad through there. But the problem would be this, at least for me. So maybe there is something that goes up inside, like that chutes of, you could like get there from here. I don't know. There's a reason people go around. I'm sure that's a way to go if you're like more of a climber. That'd be rad if you could just stay on this ridge and then deal with that notch and then stay on the ridge. Yeah, but I think that's what was going on. That's what I did yesterday. I ended up on that, and then I was like, oops, I'm not going to make it past that. So I flopped over, and on the backside then there was a couple chutes, and then I ended up in the chute that actually goes to the top. Very cool mountain. I'm still like super absorbed by it. Look at the sky. Oh my goodness. Just bluebird. Okay, got to get out to JMT. I grab some of this water while it's exposed here. Nice spot. What an amazing mountain. So cool. I took some pictures, some high-res pictures, so I can look at it more. I gotta get right in it now, down to the bottom, to avoid getting cliffed out over there. I'll cross back over now. I'm around that. Can see the lake now down there and the outlet creek. Nice. Looking forward to getting there. That's actually a bit of a waypoint for me. Whew. Isn't it like I'll be for really down off the mountain at that point? And then just dropping down into the meadow there. and then cross those creeks again. But the creeks weren't a problem, so that was nice. All right, so got some soft stuff for a bit here. That's fun. You just kind of got to move with it. All right. Now I'm fully for really off the mountain. I mean, not quite when I'm down in the meadow, but I'm out of all that. That's fun. What a nice track. Yeah, so the straightforward way is literally just follow the Snow Creek up all the way to the chute at the end. I had fun going up the slope that was enticing me yesterday. It got me onto that ridge. I kind of learned a little bit more of how that mountain works. So that's fun. I enjoyed it. So pleasant here. I'm gonna hang out for a bit. Cool. It just disappears under the rock. Pops out a couple times where I filled up yesterday on my way up, but for the most part it just disappears. It's cool. Okay, I'm thinking now. I didn't enjoy the steep section in here coming up through the woods from the base down there at all. And I kind of see a way across here. There's cliffs there, but I think I can get across and over and go just down that way. So to skip all this and just come across like that, I think I'm gonna do it because I really didn't enjoy that. At most, that'll take like a little up climb if there is something there. I don't think there is though. I think I can see straight through. Cross through those bushes. Generally not a fan of going through bushes, but I can see a way. I can see a way right through there. So I gotta just keep my eyes on it and make sure I line up into it. Yeah, looks like I'm good. Right to that opening. Sky pilots have just passed. Very pretty. I'm going up through there. Just whack a few bushes. Getting through this dried waterway. I think I can get out. This was fun. Alright, I'll push up through here. I should made it through. Still better than going down through that, for me at least. It's been mostly just side hilling on the same contour. Now to see if I get cliffed out here. So beautiful. Yeah, I think I just need to go around here and down. That's been the pattern. There's been a steep slab. Might even be able to go straight, but if not, around and down. No, I'm fine here. Looks good. So you can start to see here how far it is really down to the meadow. And that other route took this really steep way through those trees. So I don't know if I get clipped out here. I don't think I want to bother going down that. I think I'd rather try to keep going down like that and just parallel, like diagonal towards JMT. Yeah, no problem. I can get down the slope either right here immediately. I think I'll carry on and then go. Nice, this is good to see. I would for sure come up this way instead of following the water all the way up to that like steep thing there. That kind of sucked over there. This looks nice. No problem. This one also looks like it zigzags down. I think I can get around here. Looks like I'm down here. Maintaining this contour for as long as possible, but it might start going down soon. Oh, nice, perfect. Nice. Nice escalator right down into the meadow. Well, this worked. Taking the big diagonal, I bypassed the whole creek and that steep thing through there. Instead, I just came down here. I prefer it. I think I would go up that way also. If I return, when I return, for sure. This was a good one. Right where I crossed the creek also, on the other side of this big thing. Then I'm home free. The JMT's on the other side, a little ways. It's so nice down here. I can't wait to just stand on grass. Woo! Yes. Off that mountain, that was amazing. Holy cow. Yeah, this was a good one. What a journey. Holy crap. Yeah, this one takes a bit of patience, for sure. That's awesome. It'd be a real push to day hike. People day hike it over University Pass. Wild. Okay, what a nice little place. Okay, I'm just gonna cross here in the shallows because I wanted to soak my feet anyway. So I'll just walk across the shallows and soak my feet. And then I'll take a break on the other side because I'm home free. That's the end of the creek crossings, and I just wander up and catch JMT up over there. So yeah, nice. Oh, it feels so nice. Oh, that was nice. Holy crap, that feels so good. Oh, I gotta find somewhere comfortable, maybe just right here, just to sit down. If I lie down, I'm gonna fall asleep. Listen to that creek. Wow, what a spot. So I'm across the river. I wander up over that way and encounter JMT, and then I just hike out. So what I did coming back is from way up there, that saddle, I stayed above all that and then just worked my way diagonal all the way down to here. And when I went up, I followed the creek all the way, 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 all the way to there, and then went up through this stuff and then up that. And I think this is just more pleasant. It's far, you know, and here you're doing most of the travel here, so that's nice, but this is just not so pleasant. And this is just nice. You got views you can see all around. I would for sure come down this way. I would try going back up that way too. Okay. Excellent foot care break. That was amazing. So yeah, time to get going. I've got a little ways, a little bit of overland up and over this hump to get to JMT. Here's another tent site. You can tell we're approaching JMT. The motels lining the highway. Yep, here we go. Okay, put my blinkers on, blink, 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 and merge onto the John Muir Superhighway. I'm so happy to be on trail. This was amazing. Holy crap, that was incredible. Holy crap. But yeah, happy to just zone out now and follow the trail, not have to think. So I'm not returning by University Pass. I'm going to take John Muir Trail and then Kearsarge Pass Trail. So I'm going to check. So it had been, when I came over and got here, I just checked like the video clip that I did. It was 5.4 miles from the trailhead to here, and it was 6 hours, 20 minutes. So right now I've gone 3 miles. So whatever I do, I'll just subtract 3 miles, and it's basically noon. So that's kind of an easy way to remember it. So we'll see how long it takes taking the trail compared to the 6 hours and 20 minutes that it took to come over the pass. It's a lot farther. That was what I say, 5.4 miles. This is going to be closer to 15. This whole section of JMT is amazing. I love this side of Forester Pass. Like, so from Forester Pass down to Vidette Meadow. What a ride. So yeah, this is nice. I'm so happy to be on this instead of going over University Pass. Oh, this is so nice. Like, my whole body feels amazing right now. Yes. Nice. We've joined the trail here at 10,800 feet. I believe Vidette Meadow, where we begin the climb up the step to Bullfrog Lake, is like 9,000 something. It's pretty low. Mount Bago now, down there. There's a step up. We gotta hike up to get to Bullfrog Lake. It'll cut around to the right, not there, but it's gotta get around the Kearsarge pinnacles here. So all the Kearsarge pinnacles here. Kearsarge Lake's on the other side, but going around all the way down to Vidette Meadow, then up the step and around to Bullfrog Lake and out to Kearsarge Pass Trail. Next to the creek now, Bub's Creek, following it along down to Vidette Meadow. Kind of basically back under 10,000 feet, so the bugs are out, and it's not evening, so we won't smell campfires. It's funny, Vidette Meadow and south on Bub's Creek, as soon as the evening comes, all you smell is campfires. Little baby there. Suddenly there was mom and two little fawns, are they called? Mom and one went that way, but one of the babies went that way. So I stopped and waited. I'll let the baby cross again and go catch up with mom. Now I'll go through. Wow, the babies were really cute. There's East Vidette. Fantastic mountain. I've climbed that and bivvied on the summit. It was amazing. What a fantastic mountain, really gorgeous profile from up at Bullfrog Lake looking back this way. It's just this gorgeous pyramid floating behind the lake. I've been up Mount Bago multiple times also, and I've bivvied the summit of Mount Bago. Only seen one southbound through hiker so far in 3 miles on trail. Past hour since I joined JMT. Most of the traffic is moving north. Right now would be the end of the PCT bubble. It is JMT season though, so I should be seeing southbound JMT people. Once I get to the step, then I'll be seeing more people who are doing the Ray Lakes loop one way or the other. And then when I get to Kearsarge Pass Trail, I'll see people who are going in and out for their various, lots of different reasons. Okay, there's our step. So we keep going down a bit to Vidette Meadow, and then we go all the way up that. That doesn't have a name. It should have a name like a pass. I know it's not a pass on the other side, it's flat, but it should be called like, I call it Bullfrog Step, because it's significant. It's a significant climb. Okay, here's the trail junction. Continue this way, it's Bub's Creek Trail all the way down to Road's End, which is the road actually from Fresno. And here we go. Forester Pass back that way, 7 miles. Yeah, Cedar Grove is the end of the trailhead there. But yeah, JMT continues up this way, up the step. So yeah, we're back to 9,500 feet, right? Pretty low. And Kearsarge Pass is about 11 and a half, something plus or minus. So there's 2,000 feet of climbing to go just to get up there. It's 1:17. So I've been, going for like an hour, 20 minutes basically from when I rejoined JMT, and 7 miles. So I was at 3. So it's been like 4 miles, 4.1 miles. And yeah, like an hour 20, which makes sense. Just back to my normal trail pace, which is generally 20-minute miles. This will be slow though. Above 10,000 feet again. Still got a ways to go. A couple guys barreled past me coming down. That's always my litmus test for how experienced the backpacker people are, if they know or understand uphill right away. Okay, this open spot's nice. We get great views of the East Vidette. Stopping for a minute here, get some water and cool off. Here we are at the junction, and now we cut off to Kearsarge Lakes and Kearsarge Pass, and JMT continues north. So yeah, 10.5. It's 1,000 feet of vertical. It's no joke. Been seeing hikers. There's Bullfrog Lake. It'll come into view. Been seeing hikers kind of every 5 minutes now, which is cool. This is a very popular junction because it's a popular trailhead. So there's people doing Ray Lakes Loop and Secchi Loop and JMT one direction or the other and PCT. So yeah, lots of people coming and going. Spirits are high, everyone's in a good mood. It's nice. I like that. Here's Bullfrog Lake. I like the view of East Vidette from up here. Step off the trail for a moment. So there's East Vidette. I've summited that and Bivy the top. I believe that's Erickson over there on that side, and that we can't see Mt Stanford because it's behind East Vidette. I don't believe it's the lump to the left. I think that's just part of the Secchi divide, and the furthest bump to the left is Forester Pass Peak West. So yeah, I'm pretty sure Stanford is behind East Vidette, and I just can't see it. Well, my watch just beeped 9 miles, so that means I've come 6 miles since I rejoined JMT in about 2 hours 20 minutes. So compared to the 6 miles ish, what was it, 5.4, that took me 6 hours 20 minutes going over University Pass. So yeah, the trail is already winning time-wise. This lake is beautiful, really. I think I'm gonna take a break and picnic by it for a little bit, have a drink and a snack. Mount Brewer back there. Such a majestic mountain. So glad I went up it. So cool. I'd very much like to go up again for sure. Very tempted to hop in for a swim. I swim in this spot kind of often when I'm exiting Kearsarge on a nice day. But I'm lazy to do all the work of disrobing and re-robing. I think I'm just going to take a sun nap right here instead. A little snack, some water, get some calories and salt before the pass. Stock mule train coming through. That's cool. All the Kearsarge area, the mountains. Mount Gould there. Falcor Peak back there. It's so cool. All these different color rocks. It looks really striking. I gotta go up it. I've never been up it before. Go up someday. I've been up that. It's a fun climb. Mount Gould, I've been up about 7 times now or something. There's Kearsarge Pass right there. Switchback zigzag up the slope next to it. Not quite at what I call the base. When we get to the junction of the high and low trail and Kearsarge Lakes trail, I consider that kind of the start of the climb. So I want to see what the elevation is, because I always forget to check. Kearsarge Pinnacles and Kearsarge Lakes. There's Rixford over there. It's a fun one. That notch there's a fun little chimney to go up it, and then you're home free right across the top. Kind of a boring top summit, but it's a fun climb. Great views up there. I would go back. Trail junction, high and low trail. So yeah, 11,375. And it was 10.5 at the top of the step. 9.5 in Vidette Meadow, 10.5 at the top, and 11.38 here, almost 11.4. So yeah, wow, almost another 1,000 feet just to get here. Whew. What, like 875 ish? Okay, let's go up. There's nameless pyramid, or unnamed pyramid, I forget. Does it matter? It's not named. See Mt Stanford now over there, hiding behind the pinnacles. Cool. Sky pilot friends greeting us here at Kearsarge Pass. We're at Kearsarge Pass. So 11.18 minus 3 is 8.18 miles, 0.18 from the JMT. I might take a little break here, but it looks like there's lots of people, so I might not. Pass people. There we go. Take a break here out of the wind for a little bit before going down. Enjoy the views, the big pothole lake and Mount University Peak over there. All right, time to say goodbye to the high alpine. Start going down the trail. Love the views at this lake. There's the parking lot. Back at Kearsarge Pass Trailhead via Kearsarge Pass Trail. So what's the verdict? The time is 4:53. I rejoined JMT at noon, so basically 5 hours to get to the trailhead versus 6 hours 20 minutes to get from the trailhead to JMT over University Pass. And that was just, what was it again? 5.4 miles. This is 15.8, so minus 3, right? I'd said. So 12.8 miles. So more than twice the mileage and an hour and 20 minutes shorter. Yeah, I'd say I have no reason to take that again. That back chute is terrible. I'd still take it this side to go up University Peak again from this side. But even to go to Center Basin, I'd skip it and go around the long way. It's just in too bad shape. Cool. All right, awesome trip. This was cool.